Carlos, I know that it's a 162 game season, so you don't want to put too much on one particular win. But after last night and you going around the room, the way that tonight went, coming back the way that you guys did, just how big of a win do you think that was?
No, every win is big, like you said, especially after that game that we played last night, and then for us to get that W like that, getting behind, losing the lead, and then in the eighth with some good at bats, Bader obviously coming through, and then losing the lead again in the ninth and not scoring in the 10th, but the guys continued to battle, and then I thought in that 11th the at bats were really, really good of Alvarado, Martinez obviously, and then Bader. But overall, what a great team win, and guys picked each other up.
What did you see out of Bader in those two at-bats tonight?
He stayed up the middle. The one in the eighth, it was, tough matchup right on right. And then for him to just stay within himself and staying short up the middle, it was huge. And then against Alvarado, against a lefty, getting him up in the zone and then being aggressive with pitches that he can do damage. So it was a good night for him.
Seeing you guys get rewarded for hard work for a change. You guys put in the work and don't get the reward, but tonight you get the reward. How much of a boost can that give a team when you see the results go in your favor for a change?
It definitely helps, after a couple of tough losses lately. But again, I keep saying it, it's a long year. You got to stay the course, you got to stay positive, you got to keep picking each other up. And, I'm glad that we were able to close that one out today.
And different people down the line tonight as well, even more especially important to see different guys chip in at key times. How satisfying is that?
Yeah, it's important. 26 guys, contributing, and we saw that today. 1 through 9 guys came from the bench and contribute, and then the bullpen. So yeah, overall, everybody played their part.
What did you think of Diaz today?
Yeah, I thought. Look, I think he's working something mechanics, trying to stay online. More towards the plate. I think he's feeling it a little bit right now, especially with his fastball. But I thought he did a better job slowing the game down, especially after the leadoff walk, wild pitch. We run at second base. I thought Lindor did a really good job helping him with breathing and things like that, and he slowed it down. And look, made a pitch, ground ball got through, and, he tied the game. But he kept making pitches and got out of it. So it's one of those where he will continue to work, and, he'll get through it.
Yeah, listen, from a result standpoint, any win in the any check in the win column is important. But again, I think more so, how we achieve that win, I think will allow us to create longevity in winning more games on the line. Just in learning from these games and learning within a game what kind of sways that momentum. I think we did a really good job of swaying it back in our favor on all sides of the baseball when we needed it. So it's a big win for us for a lot of reasons. Obviously that check mark, but how we went about it, I think, was big for us moving forward.
So what do you take from this and how you went about it?
Just confidence in situations where it looks like it might not work out for us, knowing that we can stay in the pocket on whatever side of the ball that the game is presenting to us at the moment and still come through. And just sticking together. These moments get big. It's hard to hear at times. Communicating before the pitch, allowing that pitcher to kind of stay, sometimes give him a breath. Just little feels, just be able to slow the game down, be able to breathe through them. And again, just to come through feels really good. So, watching it for the first few innings on the bench, I saw it, the way we were working and the level of focus, and it's something that we can do as often as we want. So tapping into it tonight, I think, will be really beneficial for us moving forward.
What's been the key for you in those big spots in the box?
Just thinking small, narrowing my focus to not thinking besides just barreling the baseball. I think there are situations where you can kind of clear the house and let it eat a little bit, but there are certainly situations where that's not the case, and that's not what the moment requires of you. So just getting an opportunity to be effective is something that means a lot to me, and I was just ready and excited to do that tonight, and I'm just happy it worked out for us in our favor.
How surprising is it for you when Diaz, who's so good, gives it up? There, twice his last 2 appearances there.
Yeah, these things happen. It's part of baseball. And more importantly than the result in that moment there is to know that we have his back regardless of the situation, regardless of the outcome. He did his job to keep us in that game still. And that shows a lot of grit. That shows a lot of heart right there. And it gave us an opportunity to go out there and win the game for us on another side of the baseball. So regardless of the outcome, we always have his back. And as long as he gives us a single opportunity to go out there and respond, then he did his job, which he did tonight. So as far as I'm concerned, I think he did a fantastic job.
What was Carlos's message to you guys after last night's game, and to what extent were you maybe able to implement it tonight?
Yeah, he's been pretty consistent about what he's been saying all year since spring training, which I respect tremendously, which is just stay positive, stay in the moment, stay present, and breathe. He just reiterated those things last night to us. I can see, I think, as a baseball player, as an athlete, something that we're gifted with is the ability to remain so present and locked in and so zoomed in. But at the same time, I think it can be detrimental. And at times where we're dropping games or maybe winning games we feel like we should, we're so zoomed in. So he provided us with some perspective. He provided us with just a different look on knowing that you have to be able to zoom out and realize all the things that we're doing really well on all sides of the ball. And listen, it's about the next opportunity, which we stress, that's how I came up in this game, is always focusing on the next opportunity regardless of that previous result. So the game always presents you with opportunities, and the next one's the most important one many times. So just staying in the pocket, and it was a really good message that we implemented tonight.